Hi and welcome back. It's still hot. We actually had been getting alerts from the weather service that because of this cold front that has been blowing in, that it's creating a lot of moisture and thunderstorms in my area. I haven't gotten any yet. We just got a few sprinkles, but it's created high humidity, and it's what we're dealing with now. So please bear with me on this one. It's hot. We do have a new Floof. His name is TJ. He's a orange tabby. Anybody who knows me, that's my favorite. Now we are still introducing the two Floofs together. It's taking a while, so eventually I'll have him on camera, but not right now, because somebody's spidey senses is telling her that, you know, there's another animal in the home, and we are working on trying to get the two to play nice, at least for a little bit. All right, so now, just to let you know, the reason why lately I haven't been talking as much as I want to, or gossiping, or whatever else has been going on, is because I am being low-key stalked. Now, anybody who knows what's going on knows what is going on. All right, it is huge. But once everything is done and court cases are over and everything else like that, I'm going to have a sit down, and I'm going to have a very long discussion with my followers of what exactly has been going on, because it's serious. It is life-threatening serious. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and do some recipes. I'm going to do a full dinner tonight, okay? It's because every single piece of these is a very quick and easy put together. We are going to be doing some salmon, and this is going to be inspired by my Sababa cookbook. The first recipe we're going to be doing is roasted sheet pan cherry tomatoes, which is basically cherry tomatoes, olive oil, salt, and put them in the oven for a certain period of time. Now that's going to take the most time, so we're going to do that first. And then we are going to do it's called golden gravlax. I'm not going to say this right. Golden gravlax, which is salmon, with creamy cucumber salad. Now, I'm the only one that likes cucumber salad, so I'm going to be making a small portion of that. But I have a 3-pound salmon that, guess who wants outside? I have a 3-pound salmon that we're going to go ahead and grind up the herbs for, and then bake that. That does not take that long at all. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is you want to preheat your oven at a lower temperature. You want to roast this at a low temperature for a long time, at least an hour to an hour and a half. I'm putting mine on 325 because I'm hungry. Usually you would do like 250, 275 for an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's to mainly dehydrate them, but give it a little bit of a fry in the meantime. All right, we have our tomatoes. Okay, I am going to go ahead. You can cut these open, and it'll take a little bit less time, but I'm not doing that. They're all going in the pan. I'm also going to add some carrots to this. I am the only one that eats carrots, and I'm kind of feeling peckish. Just to let you know, this weekend was incredibly busy for me. Not only did I have a little bit of volunteer work to do, nothing huge, but I also gave blood. Now, I don't know what happened with the Red Cross whenever they had the blood donations, but they have new equipment to measure your vitals and everything now. Whenever they did that, they got new needles. Those needles are a little bit thicker and bigger than they used to be. So every time I tried to give blood, it would blow my veins. They would go straight past it, and I would not be able to donate. Well, this time I did what's called a double red. It's basically they hook you up to a machine where they take out your blood, filter out all the red blood cells with a little bit of plasma, and then they reintroduce the plasma with a little bit of saline back into your system. So they collect the red blood cells, but give you everything else. That was the first time I've ever done that. That is the weirdest sensation I've ever had in my entire life. I was freezing in 107 weather. It took me a while to warm up. Excuse me. Say hi. You need to go outside. That was in my kitchen. Now you want some really good olive oil. And you want to coat them all nice. Give it a little bit of a stir. I'm going to take some of my smoked salt and just go over it. Now this is going to be in here for a while. So I'm going to put this in the oven, let it sit for a while. I need to sit down. Giving that much red blood cells does wear me out, and I'd wear out easily. So this is going to take a little bit of a long time for me to do this, but we'll get it done. One recipe at a time. Now that that is in there and it's been a little bit, we are going to go ahead and do the spice rub for the salmon. We are going to take a 1/4 cup of salt. It's a lot of salt, but it is also a large salmon. And we're going to go ahead and put everything in our spice blender. About a teaspoon of black pepper. About 1.5 teaspoons of fennel seeds. We do want these to be crushed up. One teaspoon of dill. And 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. It also says about a little bit of sugar. I'm only adding 1 teaspoon. After we have everything all nice and floofed up, I'm going to go ahead and put that aside. Alright, now that we have our salmon all nice and patted dry, we are going to go ahead and sprinkle this on here. Ideally, you want this to sit with the rub for 2 to 3 days in the refrigerator. I don't have that time. But we are going to go ahead and sprinkle it on all sides. Rub it. Get it all nice and golden. Wash your hands. Now the recipe calls this to be refrigerated for 2 to 3 days and then slice it up and serve. I'm not that brave, so I'm going to go ahead and cook it. Now while that is cooking, let's go ahead and make the cucumber salad. Real simple. It's a toss ahead. You can go ahead and slice and peel 6 cucumbers, or a couple of really long ones. If you don't like cucumbers that much, you can always shrink it down to 2 or 1 for the rest of this recipe. All right, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of dill, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice, or more to taste, and 1/3 cup of sour cream. You can substitute yogurt if you wish. Good glop there. Here we go. And then we mix everything up, put it in the refrigerator to soak in all the goodness. Should look something like that. I love cucumber salad. So we have our cucumber salad. I've already delved into the salad, so just a few. We're going to go ahead and cut into this. Now the skin is on the other side. I did not get it off. It's going to be a little bit to get off of the pan, but we will do it in one. There we go. It is nice and tender and pink. Grab some roasted tomatoes and carrots. I know it doesn't look pretty, but it's going to taste fabulous. There we go. Well, that's been my week for this episode. We'll see what next week brings, only because I'm tired. I am wiped out. I'm probably showing me being a little bit pale, That's because I have 2 pints of red blood cells not in my system anymore. I am slowly rebuilding. Doing a double red like that saves 6 lives. Donating just 1 pint of regular blood saves 2. So if you're able to donate, please do. There are many people out there who can't. I know a few. But it could save a life of one of your loved ones. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time.